Hey, crazy sexy gaming people. Okay, so Warhammer Stormbringer issue 30. We get another 10 Hobgrot Slittaz. Let's open it up. Right, so plastic to the side. Let's have a look at the magazine. Hobgrot Slittaz, Slaves to Darkness, Objective Markers. Right, Slaves to Darkness. Slaves to Darkness are mortals who serve chaos gods. Each warrior walks a dark path. Through acts of violence and worship, they gain blessings of their patrons and grow stronger. The very greatest are gifted demonic immortality, so they may forever terrorize the mortal realms. Okay, so Ironclad Tyrants, Eternal Service, Powers Price, Bloody Origins. Then we have Magic section, B3, Forbidden Magic. Acceptable Spells, Uncivilized Sorcery, Demonic Magic, Stubborn Oaths, Stories. Okay, so another bit of fiction. Okay, what are these? Zechian Cults. Prepare their uprisings in secret before striking. So these look like some sort of beast men. The Duardin are stalwart, loyal and proud to a fault. However, each great clan of Duardin, the Caradon Fireslayers and Dispossessed, has its own different ideas of what honour means, even when death is on the line. Okay? So we get some Caradon Overlords with our subscription. Right, some more Hobgrot Slittaz, second unit. So you get D6 rolling chart for boss traits. And then we get some more D6 rolling chart here, or another D6 rolling chart here for unit traits. We're then going to build. Now, these are basic. I'm assuming that basically these are just going to build up in exactly the same way as the last ones, with the exceptions being that we're going to have a different scrap totem, and instead of the drum we're going to have the horn, or noisemaker as it's called. I don't see how Hobgrot Slittaz would be particularly musical, so noisemaker might be an apt description. Then we're into our how to paint. So we obviously, since the last time we built some of these, we've had a few extra paints turn up. So there's a few more steps in the painting process. Then we've got, for our rules, purple section. Garrisons, joining a garrison, leaving a garrison. Objectives, objective markers. Then we have a tutorial on objective markers. Contesting and controlling objectives, using objectives, and so on. Let me have a look at... Yeah, thought as much. So yeah, they've included a number of cut-out objective markers in the back page. It looks like there's one for each of us. So we've got Caradon Overlords, Stormcast Eternals, the Gloomspike Gits, the Iron Jaws, and the Orruks, and Sylvaneth, I want to say. Sylvaneth for that one. Yeah, and they've obviously marked out where the centre of each objective marker is. Again, if you don't want to cut up your back page, you can just pop along to a printer shop or the local library and just do a photocopy. If you want a colour copy, a printer shop might be the better one, or if you have a scanner at home, you can scan it and print it out in colour. Anyway, objective markers. So, interesting on the diameter around the objective marker, as considered the objective controlled area, but then if you've controlled it but move outside, it's still considered as being under your control. Contesting objectives. Okay, your Stormbringer collection will grow to contain many models. The larger models, heroes and monsters in your collection count for more models when contesting an objective. Use these lists as a guide to see how many models each of these units counts for when contesting an objective. Okay. Then we have a pitched battle, Caravan of Carnage. This is pitched battle number 10. The fallen caravan marks a dangerous point in war between forces of order and forces of destruction. Will it become a symbol of tenacity in the face of peril, or will its spoils be picked clean? So the Alliance of Order, you're using the Lord Imperator, Knight Arcanum, 5 Vindictors, Stormstrike Chariot, 6 Gryph-hounds and 4 Praetors. And in the Alliance of Destruction, you're using Zarbag, Killboss with Stabgrot, Zarbag's Gits, 10 Hobgrot Slittaz, 10 more Hobgrot Slittaz, 3-man Skewer Bolt Boys, and 10 Gut Rippers. Obviously, as has been used for the last few games, we're using both the battle mats. We're using 3 of the objective markers, 4 pieces of the primal lair terrain, by the look of it. Yeah. So the player with the most points at the end of the 5th battle round is the winner. There you go. Right, and a quick look forward to. Now, I've had information come through that the next delivery is going to be delayed because they're having to do an additional print run. So I'm not too sure when we're going to be getting extra, or the next delivery. It's not my next delivery, it's the next delivery. But the next 2 issues in the next delivery, or the first 2 issues in the next delivery, are going to be Vigilors for Stormcast Eternals and Moon Clan Shooters. So they look cool. And there's 20 of those according to the front page artwork. Cool. Right, come on, let's have another look at these Hobgrot Slittaz, and then we can get on to building the couple of bits that need doing. So you get 3 of these smaller sprues. They all use 25mm slotter bases. The minis themselves actually build up quite easily out of just a couple of bits and pieces. So it's a sculpt date of 2021, and these are all, I think these are all push fit monopose jobbies. So we're going to be using this guy here, which is the noisemaker. So we're going to be using this guy, and we're going to be using the alternative banner bearer. Although the banners look very similar, this one's got a skull on it and this one hasn't. So, and I can't remember, because it's been such a long time since I built the last ones, and I don't actually have them here. They went to the person that I'm doing the collection with. They're collecting the Forces of Chaos. I can't remember if there's a slightly different build for the boss. So on this one, the boss is going to be one with 2 daggers, and then the front armor's going on. We're using this totem, so it doesn't have a head on the spike, but it has a couple of hanging skulls. And let's have another look. So I think this is our boss here. And like I say, I can't recall if I might just have to get my friend to send me a couple of pictures of their Hobgrot Slittaz to just have a look and see how that was built differently, if it was built differently at all. But obviously the noisemaker on this occasion, we're going for the horn instead of the drum, which we did the drum last time. But there you go. So I think these, you can put these as a unit of 20, or you can keep them as 2 units of 10, which is quite cool. There is a lot of variety in these, but obviously being a lot of the same, there's also an awful lot of cleanup as well. So that can be a bit tedious, but yeah, it should be nice and easy to build. And come back in a second and we'll put some together. All right, see you in a sec. Hey. Okay, so let's put some of these together. Let's start off with the boss, shall we? Now, we have the main body, and then the front armor plates go on. And this guy, he's got a tab on his foot, and then we're going to glue him into his base. So, and you can see that the person who will have these uses magnetic storage system, so I just glued a magnet on the base at their request, and then the head. So there's that one. Then we have our totem bearer, and again it's armour on the front. I'm just going to pop a little bit there so that the leg marries up. Now you have to twist this slightly to make sure that the tab aligns. Then I'm going to do the head. And then, because it will be easier, I'm going to pop the base on. Dab of glue. And then, like I say, it's going to be easier to do it this way. Like this. And then finally our noisemaker, and exactly the same. And most of these miniatures go together the same way. We got the bowl of the horn, if that's what you call it. I've no idea what you call the front of a horn. Is it called the bowl? Like so. And then again, just straight into a base. Like so. And I will get the rest of the minis made. So yeah, there you go. Those were the 3 that I decided to do, mainly because we had different options this time round for these 2. I'm not entirely sure if that's the same boss, but there you go. All right, see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.